So upon reflection, I would not recommend buying one of these. Hey, it's Jerry here. I just thought I would quickly show you this little mini vacuum cleaner that I have bought purely for practical purposes. I want to be able to clean up my work surface before videos, and the large vacuum cleaner that I use is too powerful, it's too bulky, gets in the way. So I thought maybe I'll buy one of these $10 USB chargeable mini vacuum cleaners and see whether or not they're any good. So I've just unpacked this one. Inside you get the vacuum unit itself. You get this extendable thing. You get this, which I think is the blower, so it can vacuum and it can blow at the same time. So if to vacuum, you simply put it in the front there. Away you go. For blowing, I believe you just have to put it into the back here like this, and away you go. So now it's at the rear, and so it's going to blow. And I think that this is supposed to fit in here as an adapter so that you can blow using this end, but it's not very good. It just basically will fall out. So it's pretty crap. Anyway, so yeah, so this is the area that I want to clean up, and I don't want to use a full-size vacuum cleaner to do it. And this can sit quite happily on my workbench or in a drawer. Yeah, well, why don't we see if it works? So for that purpose, we need some dirt. Yes, and I've got something here. No, this isn't drugs. This is just some stuff that I got from my kitchen, which I thought would make a reasonable test. So I think I've got, what have I got in here? I've got some rice. Yeah, it does look a bit suspicious, doesn't it? I've got some rice in there. I've got some coffee grounds. And that must be flour, I guess. I'll put some of it over here. So I like to get, especially the rice, I like to get it out of these little things here. All right. Let's see what happens. Yeah, that works pretty well. Let's try getting the rice out of these little pockets. Feels like I can already hear the battery running low, and I just charged it. But yeah, that worked. Probably putting the flour was a bad idea, because, I mean, I never have stuff like that on my workbench, and it's not... Yeah, I mean, it sort of works. The flour was not a good idea, but I do notice that there's a little bit of metal here. This is more like something that I would do. So this is a perhaps piece of wire that's been cut off from the end of a cable or something like that. This is definitely something I would want it to be able to pick up. So why don't we try that? Yeah, no problem. Okay. Okay, so Look, I really can't blame it for the for not being able to pick the flower up. Okay, so down here it looks like I've got another tiny metal thing. Maybe that's a SMD part or just a piece of metal that's got stuck in this little square. Let's see if it picks that up. Yes, it did. Okay. What else have we got in here? What's that? Another piece of metal? No problem. So, what's that there? I don't know what that is. It's gone. Okay. All right. I think that's all right. Yeah, I'm not saying it's great, but for the $10 I paid for it, this is really what I wanted it for. Why don't we put the blower on it and see what happens? So now, oh yeah. Yeah, that works. I'm actually quite happy with that. Let's see what we've got here. Okay, so it's all caught up in there. Got a dust filter. Now what I did notice though was that the dust filter wasn't sitting flush. And you know, some of that flour got through. Don't know if you can see that, it's on an angle. Why is that? Is there something special that you have to do in order to make that sit? So no, there doesn't seem to be anything special about it. There's a little lip on the inside here. And this filter should sit on that lip, but I don't know if you can see that on this side it's sitting on the lip, and on this side it's not. Well, I can see that there's sort of like a manufacturing thing here, like perhaps where it's been manufactured and they've cut it out of the mold. And is that stopping it from sitting flat? I mean, I guess it's sealing reasonably well, but oh dear, flour. I don't know if you can see that it's got a little flap which pulls back as it's being pulled back to basically to stop the stuff falling out. But as I've stopped, that flap hasn't pushed, like it's on a little hinge, it hasn't pushed all the way back. So it's probably going to let stuff out if I'm not too careful. Anyway, it's like I said, it cost $10. Don't expect much for $10. And it does work. It's not so great with the brush on the end of it though. No, I just wasn't pushing it down hard enough. You know what? I'm going to use it. I think for this, doing something very small like this might be okay. We'll see how it goes over the next couple of months. But I'm sold on the idea of having a little workbench USB one of these. So if, because it's chargeable there. What's that? Micro USD. It would be great if it was more powerful. Like this form factor is great. But you know what? Why don't we have a look and see what's inside it? It's only a few screws. Yeah. Ta-da! Alright. There's not much to it. So what do we got here? An 1800 milliamp hour battery. And then we have just a little motor sitting in there with the impeller there. And that's all she wrote, folks. So I'm wondering if you could increase this motor speed by giving it more voltage, because motors generally, they'll burn out quicker, but generally you can give them more voltage. Having said that, the motor is hot, like it's warm to the touch. So maybe that could be one way of improving it, is to increase that. So that's a 3.7, and actually that's quite warm. Yeah, the battery's warm. So I mean, I don't think there's any circuitry there. Oh, there's a little bit of circuitry. This what's this? Looks like there is there's a tiny amount of, well, it's USB-C. There's a tiny amount of charge circuitry there. I don't know if you can see it. Just one chip, a couple of resistors, and a power button. Just charging. That'll just be for charging the battery. But the battery is connected directly to this button, which basically means that there's nothing limiting the current coming out of the battery. So this is just, if you use this for an extended period of time, you're just going to completely discharge this battery, which isn't good. But also the battery, like I said, it's warm. It's really working hard. So that's not good. You'd only want to use it in short bursts, and I think you're really mistreating this battery here. I don't think that's a great idea. So yeah. So upon reflection, I would not recommend buying one of these. I think there must be better options. It's not having pulled apart vacuum cleaners or anything like that. I think that this is a bad idea, just to connect a motor directly to a battery and an on-off button and let it go for as long as you like. Yeah. Anyway, I've bought it, so I'm going to use it, but I don't recommend that you buy one of these. There must be better options than this. Anyway, I'll leave the video there. Thanks for watching. If you like what I'm doing, please think about subscribing to my channel, giving me a thumbs up, leaving a comment, all that good stuff, and I'll catch you on the next one. Ciao.